or part of my affiliate group that's going to be launching really, really soon. And so if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you go share the broadcast on Facebook. But I want to ask you a quick question. If you had the opportunity to, is my screen black? Can y'all see me? Stephanie, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Oh, okay. So that's your screen, Monique. If you had the opportunity to grow your social media by thousands of people each year, would you? I'm going to just wait and see what your response is. If you had the opportunity to grow your social media connections by, let me just say, by 3,000 this year alone, would you do it? I'm going to wait till everybody responds. Thanks, Dee, for sharing the broadcast out on social media. This is a new broadcast. So if you shared the last one, you need to share again. Okay, so I'm going to ask another hard question. For those of you here in the chat, how many of you see at least 10 people that you have not connected with on social media? Can they see the attendees, Stephanie?
No, ma'am, just you.
Bring everybody over. I'm going to show y'all who's here. Because every time you're in a class with me, you should be sending those people a friend request. You should be reaching out to those individuals. You should be saying, hey, good morning. I met you in Coach's social media class. Hey, good morning. I met you in the certification class. Hey, good evening. I met you in the affiliate training. Hey, good morning. I met you here. I met you there. So let me tell you what that does when you do that. Everybody here has somebody sitting in their immediate audience that has the capacity to buy your product, that would be interested in your product, that would spend money for your product right this minute. But because we don't connect, number one, to understand what each other does, number two, we don't understand how social media works. Because let's just say I connect to Dee Morris. Dee Morris may not want my product, but she may share my broadcast one day, and three people in her audience may say, oh, wow, I'm interested in that lady. Let me follow her. And so one day, I connect with Carolyn Hubert Black, and she may say, well, I don't know anybody that wants coach's service, but she may share my broadcast. And just that fast, somebody else, y'all have got to understand the value of every connection that is sitting in front of you. So something I want you to do is I want you to start connecting with these women. And if you're not on this side of the Zoom, you need to go to bit.ly/blackgirlcash 2020 to get in you a community. Because at the end of the day, if you're not connecting one to another, you're the missing link in this $1 trillion ecosystem that we're working to build. Somebody I know will volunteer with Dee. Somebody I know will sign a contract with Felicia. Somebody I know will buy from Dr. Nikki. Y'all cannot keep sitting to the side acting like you too good to send people friend requests and reach out. Talking about somebody sent me a friend request. I don't know them. Girl, you not no celebrity like that. My first 5,000 people, as long as it wasn't a catfish dude or some weird chick with porno flicks on her page, I accepted the friend request. That 6 degrees of separation is working in your life. Somebody you know knows somebody that can be your next client. But because you sit over there and you're not connected, not just to everybody I'm connected with, but everybody that Aaliyah is connected with, and everybody Wanise is connected with. You guys are gonna need these damn people when it's time for you to launch your product, when it's time for you to launch your service. Somebody was just telling me this morning about buying some more insurance for their husband. And I said, well, hold up. Aaliyah's finna do a class about using insurance to create generational wealth. Because you get out there with them insurance agents and you get what you get. See, y'all are doing business with people that you don't know, and you get what you get. You think you got $1 million policy and end up with $500 something, or be like them insurance salesmen that used to go door to door with my grandmother now. When somebody passed away, you ain't got now policy. They denying your coverage. You got to start doing business with people you know. Some of y'all are out there by yourself and it's a cold world. My number one thing says, you want to grow your social media. Let me show you the numbers. I'm connected to hundreds of thousands of people on social media. And when I say connected, I don't mean just randoms. I mean, these people I done sat down and ate with. These are people that I've met here or met there. These are people that I've done joint ventures with. Y'all sitting over there call yourself quote unquote shy. You're gonna be sitting over there calling yourself quote unquote broke. It's hard, but it's fair. Use this COVID opportunity as an opportunity to stop and connect. How many calls do you do each week with just random people just to get to know them better? You don't want to sell them nothing. You're not trying to buy nothing from them. You just doing a nice to meet you. Hope we can serve each other in the future. Somebody come off mute and tell me a number.
Coach,
I'm
this is
listening.
Marnie. I started when I started doing the communications and introducing myself and then connecting with the group.
But that's on my behalf.
Right. I
Who do
didn't
you,
beforehand. I didn't beforehand. And
right,
after
but
when
who
I
do you
got
reach
taught
out
by
to on your behalf? How many friend requests do y'all get a day on average?
oh, I don't get that many.
What I do is down the line, it says add friend, because you can't add friends to some people who don't have mutual friends. But when you go down your notifications, it will show you who mutual friends are. Every day I friend at least 10 of them. I hit the add friend, add friend, add friend.
Okay, but do you reach out to them people when they accept your request and say, hey, my name is Ebony, this is what I do, what do you do? Would
No, I
love to get on the phone and chat with you, because it's more than just the numbers game.
I usually just like at least 3 of their posts.
What was that,
Coach, what
Ebony?
I do is I reached out, well, this week I reached out to 20 and I did a virtual meet and greet with them, and it was very successful. That was the
We
first
used
time
to
I
have
did it.
permanent standing virtual meet and greets. Do y'all remember that? Well, I would ask y'all to invite people and we would meet and greet like every Wednesday. And we would have 40 or 50 people on the call. No, wait. I'm listening. So Carolyn did a meet and greet. Ebony reached out. Who did y'all reach out to?
Coach, I haven't reached out to anyone.
Well, you know what you need to do now, right?
Yes, I do. I mean,
Y'all think that going live is enough? It's not. Y'all think that posting on social media and all in your stories is enough? It's not. Y'all think looking cute on Instagram is enough? It's not. At the end of the day, what's gonna make you your money is your connections. I continue to be the leader because I continue to talk to way more people a week than all of y'all combined. And that's a shame. It's days where I have 7, 8, 9, 10 calls in a day. In addition to teaching y'all, in addition to showing up on social media, in addition to all the other stuff I'm doing, running team meetings, in addition, you never know who. Let me tell you something. They were at some event, some women's event, talking about coaches. I had about 6 women that never even coached with me that said, oh, I know Danielle, she's the truth. She's a great coach. Yeah, I met her, this, that, and the other. You never know who's going to vouch for you. You out there by yourself with nobody screaming your name. What else are you doing? Me and Chanel talked about that earlier. There's a difference between being busy and being busy connecting with people. One of the criteria we was talking about with my team, what's it going to take for you to launch on a platform? You're going to have some people in your connections. You're going to have a minimum number of people on your list. You better start reaching out to people and ramping up. You can't go from ice cold to red hot in 5 seconds. So number 1, so let's just say you make yourself a goal and you want to connect with 3,000 people this year. That's 10 people a day. So if you say, hey, nice to meet you. I'm having a meet and greet on this day. Would love for you to come. And you do that consistently for 2 or 3 months, 10 a day will get you 70 a week, 280 a month, 3,650 a year. That's real numbers. I want to show y'all some 6-figure math real quick. And if you haven't shared the broadcast, guys, make sure you go over to Facebook and share. That's part of getting to the next level too, is that reciprocity. What are you doing for somebody other than yourself? So let's just say, I showed y'all the math the other day. If you have a membership that's $20 a week, the person is going to spend $1,000 in your membership in a year. Well, you only need 100 of them in your membership to make $100,000. If your product is $1,000, you only need right. Let me get it right. If they're in your membership and they're spending $1,000, you only need 100. If your product is $1,000, you only need 100 people to make $100,000. It's very conceivable for you to do a launch and get 20 or 30 people in your product each month. That's 20 people times 12 months is 240. 240 times 1,000 is $250,000. Let me run these numbers back. So I don't know how many followers you got right now, but if you take the number of followers and you say, I only need to convert 1% of them every time I launch, what's the chances you'll be able to get 30 out of 3,000 quicker than you'll be able to get 30 out of 300 or 30 out of 30? Are y'all understanding the math? It's a numbers game, but it's also a connection game. Let me tell you what somebody did to me today. They sent me a message in my inbox. They've been sending me the same message or some remnant thereof for the last 6 months. So today I had a minute to keep in mind I do this for more than the money. This is my mission. And my mission was to reach out to her and tell her that what she's doing is ineffective. Hi, Danielle, how are you? You don't want to buy any life insurance, do you? Or do you want to own your own financial services office? With a phone number. Next message. It's a happy day today. Hope you and your family are safe. Who do you know that needs life insurance, income protection, or make an extra $1,000 a month from home for a Cash App referral gift? Next message. Good day, Danielle. I'm looking for business partners working from home. Who do you know that's motivated? So that last message ran me hot because it's like, Trick, you sound like you want me to go out there and recruit for you. And before I go recruit for you, I go recruit for myself. So let me call you. So number one, you can stop inboxing me, but let me give you some opportunities to correct yourself. She went on to tell me how she's in this quote unquote company. And this quote unquote company, this man that's been in it since 1980 made $2.5 million last year. Well, that's his money, love. It's not yours. And he's been doing it 40 years. And you just started. And who told you to come? So the first thing that ran me hot was I said, this is Danielle Winningham. She said, who? Now listen, I do not say this from a point of arrogance. I don't just expect people to know who I am. But fool, you just messaged me. I'm not saying, oh, this is Danielle Winningham. I'm saying, chick, you just sent me a message. So if baseline, nothing else, know that this is the person you just messaged. Who is this? I said, my name is Danielle. Where do I know you from? Fool, you just messaged me. You just met, Chanel was right here. I said, you just messaged me. Oh, okay. What did I say? You messaged me. You messaged me. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Are you really serious? I said, well, I see we have a lot of friends in common. This is the reason you need to go hide your friends. Go right now to your social media and hide your friends. Why am I? No, it's all on my notes, baby. I'm not. This is playing. Don't come in here. Get off my new furniture. Go eat.
I bet they ain't got no steak and grapes ready for them. Unless they ain't got no steak and grapes and
Baby, go eat.
Asparagus.
Go eat then, honey. Anywho, so she goes on to tell me how, and ask my name again. She asked my name like 5 times in the conversation. And I told her, you need to go read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Because even if what you're doing is halfway effective, to not know who's calling you back and you message them, that's horrible. This is the stuff they doing out here on the internet streets, thinking it's right. The reason I said hide your friends is because I know a photographer who was going and befriending any person on this other photographer's list to steal their business. When people find out what you do, they will go and start sending people friend requests. I know competition of mine that if I look at their friends, they got about 1,000 friends in common. Hide your friends. Go hide your friends right now on social media. But I say what I say to say, if you're not connecting to people in a meaningful way, don't do it. Don't do it just to say, I met my 10 today. Don't do it just to say, and don't do it in a selfish way. When we were in Louisiana, this woman got on my phone and burned my ear up about what else she was doing. The best way to get a new client is to listen. Shut your mouth and listen to what they're doing and see how you can serve them. Service beats everything. Be a servant leader. Number 2, check in daily on your audience. I told y'all about speaking in the morning. Speaking at night. Who's up burning the midnight oil? Good morning, millionaires. How y'all doing? Find your own terminology for your own group and speak to them every single day. Ask them how they mama doing, how they daddy doing, because it's important to know that. Can I pray for anybody? But I'm gonna tell y'all something. How many of y'all got one of these? How many of y'all got one of these? It's a phone. It's your biggest money maker. This right here will make you more money than the internet is just leads. People will hang on your bait for 1,000 years. Pick up that phone, they'll tell you yes. So if you're not already making calls, connecting with people, seeing how you can serve, you need to. The internet will never replace a voice. It will never replace an offline connection. And when you're on the phone with them, find something in common. What do you have in common? What is your like? But the Bible talks about being equally yoked. What is it that you guys have? How can you serve them? How can they serve you? How can y'all partner? How can y'all connect? That's the kind of thought process you need to have with every person I meet. I say to myself, why did God put this individual in my life? Because he doesn't make mistakes. It's not accidental. Some of y'all followed me so long, you should have been asking, why did God put this person in my life a long time ago? Everybody has a reason. Sometimes it's for you to serve them. Sometimes it's for them to serve you. But there's always a reason. Invite them somewhere that benefits them. You had Chanel's launch this week. I got a launch coming up. Chiquita's in the middle of a launch. All of us at some point are going to be putting something onto the marketplace that we want other people to take part of. Invite people to see it. Invite people to the COVID conversations on Sunday night. Invite them to the social media affiliate training. Invite them to the volunteer meetings on Tuesday. These are harmless places for them to come and learn, because I'm going to tell you what you do when you don't. You leave your sisters out in the cold. You leave your sisters subject to starve. It's about to be foreclosures at a record rate. The jobless, jobs are being lost at a record rate. I talked to somebody today about offering products and services. And they said, well, I offer this other product and service because I believe in it. I said, you don't believe in what you have? Because if you offered what you have with the same speed and vigor, that same zealousness, that same fever that you offer other people's stuff with, not only would you make more money because you're going to make 100% versus a percentage, but it's generational wealth. It lasts forever. Stop thinking other people's stuff is better than the person next to you stuff or your own stuff. Y'all don't even be out there pimping my stuff like that. And you know everybody need their own business where they can be safe, financially free. You got sisters sitting next to you. You know they need more insurance. You know they need government contracts. It's stuff you know they need, but you're not out there pimping that. You have these big corporations show you a few dollars, and then you run off on the plug with it. Run off on the plug with your stuff. Does that make sense? Invite people somewhere that benefits them. Come in, let me show you this community of women that took me in off the streets. Don't keep it to yourself. Number 6, never, ever, ever. Did I say never, ever? Never, ever say, I'm not good with names. If you're not good with names, that means you're not good with money. Nobody wants to be forgotten. Nobody. Nobody wants to be guessed about. Nobody want. I'm gonna tell you something. I met a lady in Oklahoma about 10 years ago. I met her again in San Antonio about 4 years later. She asked me, did I know who she was? I told her yes. I told her when I met her, and I told her where I met her. And the next week she was a client. People want you to care. People want you to care about them. And it's not so hard if you ever stop caring about yourself for just 1 minute. Can I tell y'all one thing? And I'm about to wrap up. Can I tell y'all one thing don't ever do? Don't throw up on people. What I mean by that is you don't have to read people your life story. Can I let you know everybody has a hard time? At some point, everybody's cross has been heavy to bear. At some point, everybody has struggled. So when you inbox me and it's 6 paragraphs, first of all, you know I'm busy as hell. And I try to read I go to sleep reading messages. I try to read every message I got. So from a respect standpoint, make your message succinct, but also understand that everybody's living the same life that you are living. And no, you don't owe it. Nobody owes it to you to sit there and let you just vomit your life on them. And I know it's graphic, but it's true. What made us so free to share any and everything with people we just got to know? Don't do that. Last but not least, number 7 is reciprocity. If you give help, you get help. If you give help, you get help. I'm going to teach you guys how to refer, because many of you don't know how to do a proper referral, a proper introduction, not just to do them for me, but so that you guys can partner and help yourselves in business. There's almost not a week that goes by that Yvette Sandy does not refer somebody to me. There's almost not a week that goes by that Candace Holyfield does not refer somebody to me. Everybody here got the same number of connections, period. Who are you talking to about somebody else's product? I'm not even talking about just mine. How many times do you quote me on social media? How many times do you quote the morning show on social media? How many times are you letting the people know that you leveling up for a reason and it's not a surprise? There's not a day that goes by that you're not gonna need somebody in your corner. Social media is just an automated way to connect to people internationally, but it does not replace human connections, human transparency, human authenticity, and human reciprocity. It doesn't. When I first started, I looked for ways to serve. And now people look for ways to serve me. I'm always looking for ways to make y'all's life better, easier, more profitable. Return the favor. And if not to me, pay it forward with your sisters. Stop being so absentee in this community. Don't wait until you need something to come running over here. Be a part of the good and the troubled times. You want to grow your social media? I just gave you the keys. You can have experts tell you about this tip and that tip and that, and do this and do that. Won't nothing work for you like these 6 or 7 things I just told you. Take it from an influencer. A lot of people say they influencers, but if you can't influence people to make a purchase, you're not an influencer. How many of you have already gone so far as to connect with the people that are in this room tonight? How many of you have gone so far as to send these people friend requests? And I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell you all the time, these not your potential clients. These my clients. So don't be all over there. I'm gonna sell them this and I'm gonna sell them that. But they know enough people. All of us collectively know enough people to make us all rich. Only when you start believing that, and only when you start operating like that, will you receive the bounty that comes from a sisterhood, from a community, from a family. So I want you to think about that this week. Do more than just surface connect with people. I don't mean you got to be booed up on the phone with them all day, every day, but check on folks. How many of you look in the classroom and see who's missing and reach out to them and say, sis, we didn't see you? Or are you so blind and so focused that you don't know who's there and who's not? All I got to say is that same reciprocity, you're going to want it one day. Not only are you going to want it one day, you're going to need it one day. If you learn this about leadership and being a servant leader, your money won't be far behind. All right. Love you guys. My man said he made a steak, baked potato, asparagus, and grapes. That's what he was in here fussing about tonight. They ain't got no steak waiting on them. They ain't got no asparagus waiting on them.
Tell Mr. Troy I had steak and baked potato for lunch.